The most common regret of the dying is not a mistake they made, but a risk they didn't take, the courage they never found, the version of themselves they buried for safety. Think about that. The end is not haunted by action, but by inaction, by the silent, comfortable prison they built for themselves, one safe choice at a time. And you are building yours right now, brick by comfortable brick. I know because I built mine so well I could hardly hear my own heartbeat inside it. The world became muffled. My dreams became a faint, polite whisper, easy to ignore over the daily noise of just getting by. That is the soft kill. That is how your comfort zone murders your future. Not with a bang, but with a sigh. With a resigned acceptance of, this is fine. It is the most painless assassination you will ever experience. You won't even feel the blade. I lived there for years, in that temperate, predictable climate where nothing grew and nothing died, where ambition went to soften and dissolve. I confused comfort for contentment, safety for peace. But there was a low hum, a constant, quiet dissonance that followed me like a shadow. It was the ghost of my own potential, the whisper of a life not lived. I could feel a part of me, the truest part, slowly going numb, calloused by routine. It was a suffering without drama, a quiet erosion of the soul. I was not in pain. I was in preservation, and preservation is a slow death for anything meant to grow. I was waiting, but not for anything, just waiting. And that is the weakness we mistake for patience. Patience has a direction. What I had was a hiding place. The turning point wasn't a lightning strike. It was the slow, dawning terror that this was it. This flat line, this muted existence. That one day I would be that person on their deathbed, speaking that universal regret with my final breath. I let the fear of that regret become louder than the fear of failure. Louder than the fear of judgment, louder than the fear of the unknown. I asked myself one terrifying question in the mirror, in the quiet of a 3 a.m. that felt like a confession. If I continue exactly as I am, where will I be in 10 years? And the answer was a void. A peaceful, comfortable, heartbreaking void. That's when I knew. The prison door was never locked. I had just forgotten how to turn the handle. This is where the one change happens. Not the big, loud, dramatic overhaul the world shouts about, but the quiet, internal, irreversible shift. The one change in perception that changes everything. It is the moment you stop identifying as the person trapped by circumstance and start identifying as the person who shapes it. It is a fundamental rewiring of your own story. It is a rebirth without fantasy. It is not about suddenly becoming fearless or massively successful overnight. It is about deciding that the discomfort of growth is infinitely more bearable than the agony of a regret you can already taste. My one change was a simple, brutal decision. I would rather be seen trying and failing than be invisible, even to myself. I would rather my life be a collection of scars and lessons than a museum of pristine, unused potential. So I began, not with a roar, but with a whisper. One small, terrifying step outside the line I had drawn around myself. Then another. Each step felt like breaking a law. The unwritten law of my own limitation. The world did not applaud. It tested. It resisted. There were days of silent endurance, of long waiting in the soil with no sign of a sprout. But the shift had happened inside. The identity had changed. I was no longer someone who dreamed. I was someone who built, however clumsily. The person I used to be. The one who chose the soft pillow over the hard path. She feels like a stranger to me now, a ghost in an old story. This is your invitation, not from me, but from your own future self, from that version of you standing at the end, looking back. Let that fear of their eyes, their regret, be your fuel. Make it louder than the seductive lullaby of your comfort zone. You don't need to blow up your life. You just need to make one change. The one that alters your trajectory. The one that, in the quiet of your own mind, signals the end of the old story and the fragile, brave beginning of the next. Pick up one tool. Learn one new thing. Have one difficult conversation. Send one email you've been afraid to send. Today. Let it be small, but let it be significant. Let it be the stone that starts the avalanche of your own awakening. Your comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. Step out. The air is sharp, and the view is real. And for the first time in a long time, you will feel your own heart beating, strong and clear against your ribs. Keep going. Keep building. Your one change is waiting.